are listening to episode 116 of Paper Player. This episode I've decided to name Running Through the Six with my woes. I'm your host, Tony, and I'm joined with Josh and Jeff. I don't know if JB's coming, but he's probably napping because he's irresponsible as in his adult life. So, with that being said, before we jump into what you guys did for Magic this week, because I would say what I did, but let's be honest, I didn't play any Magic. The best way to connect with us is our socials. If you want to do that, all you have to do is go to our link tree, or you can find us the hard way by just going to Google. And if you do that, then yeah, you can find us. But with that, lastly, I forgot last week to do the giveaways. My bad. So we're going to do 10 cards this week. I don't know why. Just maybe that I had heat exhaustion from last week because it was a million degrees. But
hot.
If you want to be part of the giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe to our YouTube, make it public, and then we do 5 cards every single week. And yes, you can win multiple weeks, and yes, you can win millions of cards. So just do that. That being said, Jeff, you play any Magic?
I did. I went to F&M. It was Legacy F&M, so naturally I went and played Modern. I played Tron. There was only 6 of us, so it was only 3 rounds. Round 1, I got paired against someone that had just started playing Burn, I think a week or 2 before that. 3 games. He got me pretty fast game 1. Game 2, I got him with Chalice on 1, and he was stuck on 1 land. And then game 3, the turn before I could play Worm Coil, he just curved out perfectly. But gave him some pointers and stuff like that, and talked about the deck, why you run certain things. So it was kind of cool to even though I can't play Burn this year, at least talk to someone about it.
Oh man, you got 4 months left before you can get turned up. I
know, and it sucks too because I actually think Burn might be a thing in Standard possibly. But anyways. Round 2, played against Death Shadow. Game 1 was pretty close, but I got him just by playing cards and removing stuff. And then game 2, I got to play Gemstone Caverns, and then was able to cast Ugin on turn 3 and wipe his board. And then turn 4, played the Lulamog to kill his 2 lands.
So sick.
Game, and then round 3 was just the mirror match, and game 1 was just really long. I stalled as much as I can using Karn to Wish until I eventually we kept trading Planeswalker for Planeswalker, and finally I landed in Ulamog. And then game 2, I played the Cavern again, was able to Beseju turn 1, and then turn 2 and 3 played a bunch, and then right before they were able to get Tron, I was able to play Ulamog and end the game. I've been enjoying Tron a lot, more than I thought I would. The ring is just really gross. There's so many times you untap and you're I have nothing to do with this mana, and then you're oh wait, let's draw 3 cards, and then let's play an Ancient Stirrings, and it's just got so much dig now with the ring. It's gross. But I didn't have to play against Scam, and that's the deck that I don't look forward to playing against the most.
Yeah, that deck does well. It's a weird matchup, I should say. Just Dauthi Voidwalker is the game-ending spell. If they get Dauthi, it's pretty hard for you if you don't have that spot removal.
Oh, real quick, also, I got to blow out the Death Shadow player. He went to cast Expressive to kind of push himself over the edge, and I got to counter it with the colorless spell that's in there.
Warping Whale?
Yep. That felt real good.
Got him good.
But I think that card might be needed to be switched out for the one that gives +3/-3 just to deal with Dauthi.
Yeah.
Or at least be on the board.
Yeah. Or you could just go straight with Dismember, but against a Scam you don't want to give
Gigantha.
Yeah, that card, I hate Gigantha. I'll be honest, I hate that card.
Card sucks. It's just not worth having.
JB slithers in. How was your nap?
It was great.
Yeah, you can hear it in your voice. Oh, I got a podcast to do. All right, Josh, hit me with some Magic.
I didn't actually play any Magic.
Same.
But I did do a bunch of Magic-related things. I pre-ordered my box for Eldraine, so I can play against Jim. I pre-ordered both me and Jim's box, so we can play.
Nice.
And then I also secured my flight and my badge to Vegas, and I already paid off the hotel 2 weeks ago. So I'm
Damn.
going to Vegas, ladies
Cool.
and gentlemen.
Are you
But
going
I don't know. I registered for the Gavin event
Yeah.
because that was like
Smart.
the only one that I was like, well, I can play in this one. I don't need anything. I just gotta show up.
Yeah, right.
But I don't know what I should play because I don't know. Like I don't trust my pool to like win anything without any of these cards that are, you know,
Are you talking about for
Good.
modern or for some other format?
any
I can borrow
format.
you
Dude,
Tron.
yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like if we can,
Yeah.
I guess like I haven't really like I've been so busy with a bunch of other things, but I guess I can talk to you guys and see what we can build, and then I can play in these events or whatever, at least for content for the cast.
Or-
Yeah.
You could always play in like the ridiculous chaos stuff because they always have those chaos drafts
Oh,
going
those are-
on. Or
Yeah.
if you don't mind blowing a little extra money, you can do the crazy stuff where it's like Pioneer
Rituals on the
Sealed, where it's
card,
like
yeah.
36 packs and you build a deck, a Pioneer deck.
It's like so expansive. I'll
I
probably
would
I
just
know,
like
I know it is.
on demand. I'll probably just do on the demand drafts. I just want to go. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, Antonio will be there. I'm gonna punk him around.
yeah. You could always rip a Pioneer deck out of him.
I would do whatever the events are, which is it the Secret Layers events that we can get the Ragavons and the Brainstorms. That's the only.
That's what I want to do. Like, there's a
Those are
modern
so
one.
expensive though.
I don't care.
I
Yeah,
would
they're like
play in that. I would play in
$165.
that though. I like you. I would play in that. I have an Adderall prescription.
It's more or less just nothing. I mean, my worst was like I spent like $80 on an event, $90 on an event, and then O2 dropped, and like that stings.
Yeah.
You're
I
like,
just gotta
oof.
build the. We just gotta build the deck for me to play in that. I'm pretty sure it's modern.
Yeah.
If you want Tron, like I said, I have it. The only cards I'm missing is the Cityscape Leveler and an Ugin, and like collectively, that's like $30. And Antonio has a Cityscape, so we just gotta find an 8-mana Ugin.
Tron's not bad. Scam's not bad. I think I have all of Scam except for the Bowmasters. I actually have one
I'm
Bowmaster.
familiar with Tron. I know Tron.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah, I
play
got
Tron.
the entirety of Scam too.
Okay.
I don't think I would play that deck correctly.
Scam?
It's not tough.
Well, just got to upgrade too. It's a pretty good upgrade.
I'm sure, but just like I've never been like. I guess you're not really. Does your grief like actually thought sees? You get to pick the card.
Yeah.
Yeah, non-land.
You just get to rip it out.
Yep.
Like,
and
"Oh,
then,
I'll take that, and then you go, I'll bring my Greek back immediately and have a
Right.
4/3 or whatever.
yeah.
and
So the only thing you have to
pound
be
your head
careful
in.
with.
I still don't think I would be good with that deck. I know I would be good with Tron because I know that deck.
It's
I've
also
had
like
that deck.
it's also a Ragavan deck, and some people just like keep some people keep bad hands, and you just go turn Ragavan and they just eye roll. You're like, what? Did you remember what format you're playing?
You have to remember how you stack your trigger for the Grief Death,
Yeah.
because you need to rip their hand apart first
Yep.
before it dies.
Yeah.
And then that way you can see if they have removal for it before you decide to bring it
Yeah,
back.
you put the sack trigger on the stack, and then they discard the discard. If they let it resolve, you get to look at their hand, and then you can decide if you want to give it Undying or not based
Yeah,
on
and
your
then
hand.
the sack trigger is on the stack, and you go, all right, I'll Undying this and rip out the other good card in your hand,
Yeah.
and you will lose.
And if they decide to respond to you looking at their hand with lightning bolt or anything of that nature, you can.
Then you
give
can
it.
just Undying it
Undying it.
immediately,
Yeah.
and you'll get it back right away anyways.
It's a really
real dumb.
It's a real hard card. It's like hard to interact with. So, anyways,
Yes.
JB,
And the
you
only
can-
difference about Tron is you play Baby Karn and then board for something.
And you go get ring,
Right.
and then you
I know how to
never
do
die,
that.
and you draw your entire
I
deck.
have actually yet to use Little Karn to grab the ring.
it's an oddity. You usually want to
You
go
have
grab.
so much-
Yeah.
You have so much dig
You go
already
get-
because like all your other like or draw spells like draw into it. Like you can grab it with Ancient Stirrings, all that. So
Yeah.
like
I know, I just think it's funny to be able to like go, oh yeah, I'll
Oh,
just play
yeah.
the ring and not die.
dude, grabbing
Okay.
Chalice and putting it on one feels so good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let me borrow that deck, Jeff. And
JB.
then
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Go on, Josh.
for that, because I'm pretty sure that event for the Secret Lair Showdown or whatever is modern.
So
Yeah, it's usually modern Pioneer standard.
Yeah.
It's a collection. It's mainly my deck, and then I think like I have a picture of what I'm using from Tony. It's like 11 cards, so it's both of ours.
Yeah.
I don't even like Delvers, like or blue red Delvers, like off the table right now.
it still gets played. It's just
Man.
not.
It's in
I
there.
mean, you got to be a good Delver player, and am I a good Delver player? I don't know.
It doesn't play the ring. It's not good.
You got to be lucky, is really what it is. You got to be lucky.
Well-
You just gotta understand how Spell Pierce works and when you.
I was
when
about to say, and
when
you
to
have to
pop
choose
it.
not to play Bone Crusher Giant.
That's a
I
tough
wouldn't
one.
even. That's not even. Hang on. What does my Delver deck look like right now?
Oh,
Where's
God.
the deck box?
It did get an upgrade, to be fair. It did get 4 Preordains, so that's pretty good. And every list is
Yeah.
playing 4 Preordains because
still
Preordains
Yeah,
are
thinking
not.
because
playing
it's a
zero
sorcery
Preordain.
and it makes it easier to trigger
It also just digs deeper than any card in the deck, aside from Expressive, but Expressive costs Dose.
Yep.
So
How did Magic go for you, JB?
So I was trying to put together Pox because I'm an idiot and I want to play Pox in Legacy. I was a few cards short, so at 5:30, or our tournament started at 7. At 5:30, I realized I can't make Pox today. I need to make something else. So I was looking at my pile and I'm like, I could put back together lands, and like lands is really, really good right now.
yeah,
It's like 7% of the meta in Legacy. I said, nah, you know what? I'll put together Grixis. I want to play my Bowmasters. I'll put together Grixis Delver.
yeah.
So I managed to slap that together because I also wanted to play Hymn to Turok. Hymn to Turok sucks. It is horrible.
And-
At
and-
least in that deck.
What in Pox?
In Grixis.
Yeah, it's just your mana doesn't help.
It's so hard to make. Because like there are so many times where I was sitting there going, wow, I can't even cast this on turn 2. Like there's just no way in this deck that I can do that.
Yeah, if you ever grab like a turn 1 Volcanic Island to have Bolt and or Brainstorm up, or Spell Pierce, you're just like
Play
an
a
island.
DRC.
Yeah.
If I ever wanted to go turn 1 DRC, it was like,
No.
nope, definitely can't play.
You'd have to draw Orborg, nothing else.
Hindatark was like a good thing back in like 2017 pre-Oko.
So, I will be playing Pox this week,
Nice.
but I just couldn't make it work last week, so I went 0-4. Well, 1-3. Because I did beat my final opponent, but I was like, you can have the win.
So sweet of you.
I try.
You put pity on him. I beat you, but I don't need this.
Yeah, I don't need this. You can take it.
Yeah.
Feel better. I don't know. I had fun. It was still a good time getting my butt handed to me.
Nice.
And I cast Hymn to Turok once the entire night. It was so bad. So the main card, and I refused to like take it out because I was like, the reason I'm playing this is because I want to cast a Hymn to Turok. This is like, nope. I think I cast Thoughtseize once too, which is really ridiculous because that card is a lot simpler to cast, and I
Yeah.
saw it. I play 2 of or whatever, and I
Sure.
just like never saw it, and I was like, come on. I just want to rip people's hands apart. I want to play Scam in Legacy. That's what I want to do.
I mean, there's the Grief is in the Reanimator deck, and it's great in
Yeah, I
the
know.
deck.
I'm never gonna play Reanimator though.
Okay.
I refuse.
Why? You don't like drawing 7 cards?
No, I just hate that deck.
Yeah, it's like it's basically the new Juggalo deck.
New Juggalo
Yeah. Used to be Charbelcher, but Charbelcher's been like laughed out of Legacy. Like
Yeah.
I can't.
And LEDs are expensive, so no.
Yeah. All right.
But I don't know. Yeah, got whooped. Still had a good time.
Sick dog. All right. Today we're gonna talk about secret layers, the ones that they just dropped. Whole bunch of them. This go around's actually pretty good. A leak from Wassy about the fall set with the Lord of the Rings cards that have more cards that are coming from Lord of the Rings that are exclusive to the fall set. So get ready to pull up your PJs on that. Some random posts I made about paper problems, and then we'll go over the Wild of Eldraine goodies, things I want to try out or things I think are going to be sweet in the format. But with that, let's...
You are Blood Moon.
Nah. All right. So right,
Oh my god.
right from the get-go, we got these lands from this is Secret Layers featuring Gary Baseman, which
If
is...
you're paying money for full art lands, I don't care who the artist is. I'm sorry, you're like getting got.
You're certainly getting got. Is this the guy from Adventure Time?
No,
Who is this guy?
I don't think so.
Okay, why does this style look reminiscent of it?
I
don't
admit
know.
the style is great, and the guy is probably worth every penny, but the full art gimmick is over. Don't
mean,
give
I
him money for
definitely-
it. Push it.
Just
At,
stop selling. Just stop selling
what's
full
up?
art lands. Just stop selling that to the public. I'm so done with those.
Right.
At Gen Con, or no, wait, was it Minneapolis? I think it was Minneapolis. I did buy those Japanese like
The
not
full arts
cyberpunk, yeah, like the full art.
that were
secret layer
actual
ones.
places in
Not to
Japan.
mention,
Yeah.
these lands should just be included in the set, and there's no reason why they can't fucking pay the artist because they make billions of dollars. Like, no bullshit. The art is great, but
Yeah,
the $35 for these, whatever, is
Agreed.
bullshit.
it just, dude. The worst part is like, what deck are you playing that needs one swamp?
Right.
Uh-huh.
Like that's the
Hold up.
Yeah.
My Explorer deck only runs one swamp.
sick. I'm
will
glad I'm glad it's digital.
I will say Lands
To
only
be
plays
fair-
one mountain.
To be fair, yes, there are decks where you play one basic.
Uh-huh.
But, like, again, there's no reason why they can't pay the artist and all that.
Yeah.
Like, don't get got for these.
Yeah, I get what
No.
you're saying.
Don't give them money on this bullshit. It's over. It was
Yeah.
cool at the beginning of, like, 2 years ago.
He did the
4
art for
years
the
ago.
Now the
cranium.
gimmick is over.
The last full arts that were
The gimmick's
respected
over.
was the Kamigawa ones. After that, they've just been kind of bad.
The art for what?
The Kamigawa
Even
ones.
those,
No,
those
no.
were respected because they were free.
He said what did this guy do?
He did the art for the board game Cranium.
No
Okay.
clue what that is.
It's
You ever played Cranium, dude?
Wow,
I've
that's
seen-
just a Hasbro artist. Okay, come on, next art. Next art.
Here we go. We got Kev Walker, which these don't even look like secret layers anymore. These just look like regular cards. Like,
Yeah,
So
I
again,
saw
this
these and I
is
was
like-
very unimpressed.
The art's cool,
Sorry.
but like secret
Cool.
layers are supposed to be unrecognizable Magic cards at this
Just a
point.
mess.
That's kind of
Alright,
the
I'm sorry.
yeah. So there's Fairburn.
It's supposed to be a gimmick.
So artist series Kev Walker has got Faye Burrow Elder, Carnage Tyrant, and then the other two cards are Fleshbag Marauder and it that betrays. So like that one's pretty, like, from a value standpoint, not great, and like the art is not, it doesn't stand out as anything unique. Like it just seems like basic art.
I like
don't
the
know.
flashbag art. You should get that for the cube,
Yeah, I
Josh.
kind of want it for my cube.
Yeah.
I kind of
Yeah,
want
it
it
only
for the
cost you
cube, 'cause I think-
Oh,
$7.
Sorry guys, I'm a charge
wait,
of
first
Lara
thing.
Fleshbag Marauder for life.
Is that the really fat
I think
one?
that's
Yeah,
what I
it's
have.
the huge
Yeah.
I think that's what I have in there.
You should.
Let's keep Cobra. Thing.
That's the correct one. But this artist series is pretty medium. Next up is Bugging Out, which,
Oh, these are sick, dude.
These are sick.
okay, so we got Eldritch Evolution, Giant was it?
That Eldritch Evolution. Oh,
You need that for Pioneer, bro.
nah.
Why?
I
Yeah,
can't get in
Eldritch
Japanese.
Evolution is the best one.
It's pretty sweet. The gimmick on
For
these
real.
are these are like
I
legit.
do like it a lot.
Yeah. This makes me think of the artist from like Mad TV or Mad Magazine.
Do you remember Super
It
Jail?
reminds me of.
Yes.
There you go.
That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Have
That's
you
actually-
ever listened-
Like the
you guys
guys
ever
running
listened
away
to
from a giant
Wizard-
creature
Wizard
rampaging.
Wizard?
yeah. Dude, it's this is gnarly. Then they also got Noxious
Yeah,
Revival,
Oh my god. I need
Grist,
that.
the Hunger Tie. That Grist looks really sick.
Dude, that grist is sick, dude. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, these look good.
Man,
All these
I don't want a grist. I think I'll get one of the
That's
grist.
quite
You should get the Noxious Revival. The card's sick.
yeah.
We'll play it in what?
EDH
Phoenix,
is
bro.
great.
Never.
Great in EDH.
Is it?
Yeah, you get to
Yeah.
put Miracle
Oh,
cards
yeah.
back on top of your deck. And then I can't even read this card.
Yeah, I have no idea what this is.
right.
Something
That's
death
Arrak,
priest.
Cabal, Death Priest.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with that card.
Yeah, I was totally lost when I saw. I was like, I don't know what this is.
It's creepy
The
looking.
art is
Yeah.
cool though.
Yeah, yeah, like little mushrooms
I'm a
here.
sucker for anything with a bunch of eyeballs.
Yeah, dude. So those are the
You guys
bugging
ever
out.
done DMC?
Wait, it's drawn by Wooden Cyclops? Who the hell is that?
Your mama.
Me.
Both
Me.
those answers were terrible.
It's Cyclops, but somebody carved it out of a tree. So duh. You know, remember the guy from the X-Men?
Worst, dude.
Remember, you don't remember Wooden Cyclops? That can't be. It's got to be. It can't be a
Does he
birth
shoot
name.
splinters out of his eyes instead of rave?
Yeah, he shoots out
Wooden
vines.
Cyclops.
way. Every time I open my eyes, it's just vines and grapes. All right. Next one is keep partying hard, shred harder. Dude, I can't read this card. Like these. So I mean,
Yeah, the one on
they're
the
cool.
the one on
I
the
understand Godo.
left-
That one makes sense.
yeah, I can read Godo.
The one on the left, I didn't even realize was a
That
planeswalker
was
for like
that.
3 days.
Wait, that's a planeswalker?
Sure is.
Yep.
Can't
It's
read.
the mono black one from the.
Oh yeah, I see
Commanders.
-10 there.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed.
It says
I just saw,
Planeswalker on
like,
the right. like-
Tavesh or whatever, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Makes
I
it
don't know
cool,
what that
dude.
is.
So let me
black.
say this about Secret Layers. When they do a gimmick, I like when they do it once. I don't like when they keep rehashing it because I'm just like boring.
Oh, hey, keep this up, dude. Keep this up. I like the poster ones because that's
Nah.
like my weakness.
Godo
Dude.
looks actually good, but this one we already have cards that look just like that.
It
so.
reminds me of those all the like felt paintings you could get where you had to color them in.
Jessica, Thrice Reborn.
That's the red planeswalker. This doesn't even look red.
Dude, how many times have they printed Vial Smasher in like the last 2 years?
I do like
Twice.
the
Gotta be like
Smasher.
10.
Cool though.
That card has been
Twice.
It looks
reprinted
like
so many
Spider-Man.
times.
I think you're thinking of a different card.
No, this card's been in like every set, every reprint set. Vial
It's been
Smasher?
reprinted a couple times.
It is on like its 3rd or 4th reprint.
I was about to say, I've seen that name a bunch lately.
Okay, fair.
But that cool. It looks like Spider-Man. I like these posters, dude.
Yeah, so they're cool.
The, like,
I can't read the text on the Jessica one, dude.
Dude, now this.
The
Yeah.
rewind is cool as fuck.
Rewind and Food Chain are two cards I would actually want.
Now on VHS is the theme, and it's like old 90s/80s VHS
I
looking
like how they
things.
put a $3 price tag on the food chain.
And the 50 cents charge. Like, no. All right, let's get into boomer territory. No kid would know about the charge for not rewound tapes.
Oh yeah.
They used to be able to buy a device at the store that would just all its primary
Yeah.
purpose was to
You'd stick it
rewind.
in and it would.
It would
Dude,
just
my
rewind
grandpa
things.
had one in the shape of a car.
That's pretty dope. Your grandpa's a cool guy.
But yeah, man, that rewind, I will go get a copy of that.
Yep. And then for all you idiots that spent money on
Rampant growth.
on the first sliver trying to hoard those, guess what? You can buy one for $30 now.
Dude, it's supposed to look like Alien. That's so sick.
Yeah, this is actually like a cool looking one.
That one is pretty sweet.
Rampant growth in the first sliver, and then here's the current price on the first sliver for all those guys that were like, it didn't get printed in the sliver pre-con. I'm gonna spec the market.
And now it'll get stomped.
Suck it. Yeah, but these look sick.
I just sold that sliver deck too because we didn't play or whatever. So
Yeah.
I sold the deck.
Hell yeah, dude.
Did you lose money on selling it?
No.
Okay. Dude,
This
these
one-
were pretty cool.
What is
too.
this? I didn't even know this was a thing.
Yeah.
Absolute
I did not see
annihilation.
this.
All caps, everything.
I love
I
it.
do like that, yeah.
So just so you know, if you play
I
that,
lost like $2, but
You
I
always
kept
have to
the
yell the card name.
pack open.
yeah, you have oppression, a braid. So every time you have to yell a braid, just as loud as you can. Mass hysteria, which is its first reprint, I think, and then classic terminate. Make them pay.
Yeah.
That's Wachi's current philosophy. Make them pay. Make the magic
Oh
players
my
pay.
god. Is this not the like a Doctor Who thing?
What this? I don't think so. It might be.
No,
It could be. I really don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
This doesn't remind me anything.
I would want this terminate if I didn't just get like an OG foil one.
So is Tomo77 just like an AI artist? Is that what this guy is?
It's an AI generator.
Yeah. All right. Last, but
Now
not
these.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I want.
They
to
got me
like
on these so
but I
bad.
don't.
the
want to
Magic
like
the
these, but I
Baseball, and this one has the 5 original Planeswalkers from Lorwyn. The front side is like for example, we're looking at Johnny Goldman, and it shows like an old like 80s baseball card Not like the new tops or whatever, like an old 80s baseball card of just like a Johnny Goldman.
Older than that, dude. That's like
60s, 70s, maybe, yeah
like
probably.
50s, dude.
Well, 50s was maybe. Okay. I'll give it. Either way, this style you can find probably in that whole era. And then the back shows like their abilities and so forth, but the front
I
is
love
just
this.
that. So it gives a whole bunch of like stats on them and then some kind of fun things like briefly traded to the fractions in 2022. Love it. Like that nonsense.
When you posted these
Yeah.
in our little group chat, I was like, wait, what? And then I went to the Secret Lair site and I'm like, all right, ordered.
Yeah, like I gotta buy these.
Because I thought this was like a custom made card. Like someone's like, check out my cool Jace, and I'm like, oh, this is sick.
I like that. Like Jace Beleren he's a pitcher, and then he also won Planeswalker of the Year in 2010, 2011, 2012. Love that.
Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Love it.
Dude, there was a missed opportunity. They should have gave these to like a bunch of cops to hand out.
Oh, no
Like
kidding.
old baseball cards.
Yeah.
Then you got original Liliana Vest, which I don't really know. I think this was a miss for me. Stole 23 bases last season, refused to return them. I don't know what that means. Maybe, I guess, did she steal something from like a demon from the Hell Vault? I don't know. Someone, if you in the chat, please explain to me what that means. I don't get the reference.
Did she like kill 23 planeswalkers in Worthless Mark?
Maybe. Holds.
Hang on, I can reference it.
Yeah.
I was stepped away. What were we trying to figure out?
Liliana's card says
Stole 23 bases last season, refused to return them. I don't understand that. Does she steal souls? Is that what that is? Does she steal 23 like doubloons from Garrick, and that's why he's
I
like?
think maybe like 23 contracts with demons.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Maybe from
Like where all her tattoos come from.
Chandra Nalar, All-Star Planeswalker. I don't know if All-Star is a position, so that's confusing as hell, but that one's okay. That one's kind of a miss for me too. But lastly, you have Garrick, which apparently is Garrick's 8'2". He's just this massive giant walking around. Didn't know he was that big. And everybody was really angry. All the internet nerds were like, he never was in the Gatewatch. This doesn't make sense. Just shut up.
Dude, it's just the OG 5. That's all it is. They
Shut
just wanted to
up.
reprint all the original. And you're right, like it should have I think we were talking about it. It should have been something like, you know, the Lorwyn sums, you know, just like something based on Lorwyn, because that's where all 5 first came out.
Yeah.
But whatever. I still don't. I like it.
I'm excited to see what the bonus card is. I'm hoping it's Nico Bolas, the Planeswalker, because that's like
so good.
like to me, that's like the
Gotta be.
the original fight. Like Ajani had like some beef with Nico. Liliana does.
Sarkhan.
Bolas came out in
Elspeth.
cards,
Conflict.
right?
Yeah, Conflict.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like
Elspeth might be a good pick too, just because that was in.
I think
Shards.
they just did it last season, but they could do it again. Doesn't really matter because she just had a secret late. But yeah, these are super sick. Hopefully these come with the
Seeing
same
Nico
gun.
Bolas in a baseball outfit would be funny. Dude.
I'm all
Like
about
looking,
it.
smiling like an idiot.
Yeah, dude, for sure. But so I made a little bit of a post, and
What does that mean?
I said these are technically not legal, and everybody's like, "Shut your face, Tony." And I was like, "No, because I'm right and you're wrong." So, currently in the current rules, any card that is not a double face card, MDFC, or a meld card, but has 2 sides, are not legal. But there's been posts saying that they're going to update the rules and so forth, and no judge will ever call you. But from the letter of the law, these are not legal to play.
Yeah. I mean, I also made a post in the thing, in your little thread, and I was like, I'd love to see a judge call someone out.
Yeah, that'd be pretty wild. But someone's
I would
like,
love it.
then someone's like, you products, if Wizard sells it, you can't play. I was like, first, you can't play oversized cards or the tiny cards. So those are both Wizard sold products. And lastly, you can't play gold border. So boom chada. That's my phrase. But again, the card has a standard magic back, is a double face card or part of a meld. So yeah. So this was a post they made when they did this with like the serial cards, back in December of 2022, and they still have yet to make the updates. Like they aren't currently, but there'll be an update to address it. They just haven't done it. the common thing is just to let judges know that these are like pretend is as if they're legal. So, but anyways, the rules say you can't play these, right, Josh?
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Is that a second time in like less than a year that Wizards just sold us proxies?
Third time because the
Third.
Megatron and all those guys are flip
That was
sided.
over a year ago,
They're still
though.
charging you $35 for basic lands.
Yeah. Dude, that's how they like garbagely like when now you want to buy the bundle, but then you're like, what am I gonna do with these crappy 5 lands? Like
Put them in EDH decks.
yeah, I guess. Find some sucker that's like, I'm collecting all of them.
Forget
It's
about
like,
'em.
good luck. Go keep them sealed forever and then sell them 20 years down and be like, oh, these are like gurus.
And then you have to like sell those and like, good luck.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, you're better off just like literally forgetting about it and hopefully somebody finds it. Unlike what's that cool show, Storage Wars? Yeah, hopefully someone finds. Hopefully someone finds it in the Storage Wars. But yeah, leaks
Oh
are.
my god, I remember these stickers.
Oh my, get this out of here.
Oh, you don't like Calvin leaking?
No, I don't.
All right, Lord of the Rings leaks. Someone was able on Reddit to decipher all the cards, what they do. These are all unique cards. So this is
Sick.
yeah, they're pretty cool.
Cascade.
Yeah. So I'm only gonna read the ones that I care about, but like there's the Nazgul Battle Mace.
Nazgul.
That one gives Annihilator, so that one's like pretty okay. I like that one.
Gives Annihilator.
How much Annihilator?
Annihilator
does it stay
1, and then the equipped it's 5 to cast. So it says
3 to equip.
Yeah, equipped creature has Mammoth, Death Touch, and Annihilator 1. Whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent, put that
Does it
card.
cost more than one?
with? Yes.
Then it's not good.
Well, right, but it's only good with like a Stoneforge nonsense deck, right? So
And whenever they sack a thing, you put it under your
unless they pay 3 life,
under
Gotta
your
be
control.
better than Shadow Spear.
so you
Yeah,
have to
that
do
ain't
this
great.
with like. Didn't they just come out with a card that like? Oh, this card sucks. Never mind.
Yeah, it's bad.
I thought it was okay. I thought it was a more static thing. Never mind.
Nope.
I
It's
take it
bad.
back. Yep, I don't
If it's
care.
not tutorable by Urza Saga, it's unplayable.
Yeah, the red card is red 5. It has Cascade, and then deal damage to each creature your opponent controls equal to the mana value of other spells you've cast this turn. So
Stack it up, baby.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Play nothing but fat boys.
Fat
Hit 'em for like
boys.
15.
It's violation unbanned
Whoa.
Skull Clamp.
Yeah, so these cards are pretty cool. Nothing too significant. Actually, the only card that I thought was good was the
Yeah,
red
that green instant I like.
split second. Yeah,
Yeah.
giving hexproof is pretty sick at split second. So
And splits it. Yeah, that's insane.
that could be playable. That could be
Yep.
playable for sure.
And it deals damage to something.
When it becomes tapped,
Yep.
yeah. Yeah.
Whoa.
That card might be
It's
like
a blow-
real.
that card's a blowout, dude. That card's a blowout.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder
Try
what
to
deck
kill my
would
Goyf now.
In
want
fact-
this.
In fact,
Well, like Venerated Rock
Yeah.
Priest decks, right, would want that card.
right?
Because you're like, yeah, I'll just give my thing hexproof and split seconds. I'll suck it. Good luck beating me. But it also has the other card that I thought was significant from this was the Boros guy, which is red, white, and 2. As you may exert this card as it attacks. Whenever you exert a creature, reveal the top cards from your library until you reveal an equipment card. Put that card onto the battlefield attached to that creature, then put the rest of them. So you get to exert any of your exert creatures, trigger this ability, and then it also has exert. So if you
Argentum armor.
well, the Argentum armor sucks because you miss the trigger on it. So you have to find like
that's right.
you have to find an equipment that gives the biggest stat line or that has a on hit trigger.
Doesn't World Slayer say when it deals damage, destroy all other permanents besides itself?
So you could get a World Slayer, and I mean, if you really want to, it's like you have one copy of or 4 copies of a equipment in your deck, and you can always just exert this card or other
That
cards
every time.
Yeah. So the biggest thing that gives you stats right now, I think it's Cauldron Complete. They don't really make equipment that is. I guess you could.
Nothing's beaten it yet in terms of raw power.
Well, other than like Colossal Hammer and like,
Even then, that time, I wouldn't say
there's
that.
way better ways to do that than
Tides
that.
get pretty big.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tides an 8/8.
One day they'll make like an Eldrazi conscription or a classification for like a artifact or whatever, and that's when we'll see the broken thing. But and then lastly, some of these ones are pretty okay. Like the Mist of Lorien, I think that card's like gonna be low key's like absurd, but that's just me.
Hang on, I couldn't read it. What's it
So
do?
it's blue and 2.
Replicate.
Has replicate for a single blue. Return target non-land permanent and each other non-land permanent with the same mana value as that permanent to their owner's hand. So
what?
So
That card's blow out.
so if you target like tokens, all things that cost 0, except for lands, come back to your hand, and then you can spend a blue to replicate it. So you can, if you spend 5 mana total, you can return all CMCs 0, 3, 8, 7, whatever combination you want to do. So I think that card's like low key sick.
I like the white card too.
Yep, target creature phases out, and then if this spell was kicked, target
Phase
player.
out all creatures.
Yep. You can like time walk somebody with their creatures or whatever. This is a great counter to Crater Hoof. Oh, you're gonna Crater Hoof me? Phase out your boys. But
Then they just kill you.
they can't. They're phased out.
But hang on, what do you mean you're gonna phase out all? You're gonna
It says
phase out all. You're gonna
Yes.
phase out all his guys.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
it's
says
target player.
one white phase
Got you.
out. If you
Okay.
kick it for a total of 4,
Kamehameha boys. You
phase out all of the creatures.
go
that
to
player
the, go to
controls.
the ethereal or shadow realm, bitch. See you in a turn. I'll go win Pegasus tournament. Go get a card for my
That's
grandpa.
low-key a good card.
Yeah, it's also pretty cool with your guys. And then an elf lord that has
Wouldn't you
squad
ra-
that makes more elf lords.
Wouldn't you rather just
What?
What's that card from Ixalan? It's like Path to Exile.
From Ixalan.
Yeah.
Ixalan had good cards in it.
Are you talking about March of Otherworldly Light?
No. It's like the Mass to Exile thing. They have
Settle the Wreckage.
Yeah. So
Isn't Settle the Wreckage just better than that?
but
This doesn't ramp your opponent.
you can also target your creatures the same from Wrath. It's like it's multi-use, right? You can go
Yeah.
like, oh, you're gonna Wrath the god. I'll kick it targeting me, and I'll save all my creatures. It's got
Getting Settle the Wreckage sucks. It doesn't matter if you get rammed.
11 lands are cool, but and it's not me. All right. Let's keep going into. So, things I do not miss since playing only online. And these are all like the common things. And I wanted to ask you guys of things you may have seen in your time playing Magic that annoy you, that people may do that are.
Things I used to do.
So,
I've seen like most of these.
Right, we've all been there.
so
Well, he's saying, is there anything that isn't on this list
Yeah,
that
let me-
you
let-
have
I'll-
seen that you're like, oh
This
god, I
still
don't have to
happens.
deal with
This
that?
all still happens.
yeah,
This
so
all still
I'll read the things that people like. So the things that the whole point of this post was like, hey, people that do these things, like, please stop doing them. So number one, mana weaving or shuffling poorly, drawing a card when you're not
I
looking.
don't
That's
do
just
any of that.
that's just cheating.
I used to think that like mana weaving was just like I didn't think about like back when I was younger, but now I know that it's like
It's just
if you need
it's
to-
you're stacking your deck.
Yeah.
And then making an extra land drop, which I've had happen like in confusion, where it's like, did I play an extra land this turn, or not extra land, but did I play a land this turn? Like, then you get in that whole idea. Then you have to like count turns back and forth.
Right.
I was about to say, and you're like,
Double explore.
and it's not at the start. It's at like the middle of the game where you're like, God, I can't remember if I missed a
Like,
land.
you're like, crap.
That's
This
right.
is turn
Earlier.
7, and like, if I played a land this turn, I get to keep man up for this. But if I don't, crap. So you have to like sit there and think about it. More than 15 cards in their sideboard. I'm sure people have done this because I have never
Yeah,
once
I've
in
never-
like
I've never done
ever
that.
ever been like, hey, you got 30 cards in your sideboard. I've never ever asked that ever. Like, that's
So-
not something I've done.
I have
I've
mistakenly
never-
forgot to sideboard back in cards. Like I'll take out my sideboard cards,
Yeah.
and the ones that
Or
I
Karn.
boarded out, I will have sitting in my sideboard when I go to look at it.
Yeah.
So I'll have like 18 or 19 cards or something in my sideboard, and I'll go, oh fuck, I forgot to side in my cards for
Oh,
game,
you'll present
fix my deck back.
You'll present like a 57 card deck.
Yeah.
Funny.
I've
Yeah.
definitely done that at FNM before by accident.
Yeah, use extra cards hidden on their person. Like that's like those the drawing extra card when you're not looking, and then like extra cards that's just like
cheating.
That's just straight cheating. The other things are just like, hey, those are just some problems that we have.
Kind of scummy.
Slow play. I can't like honestly even do slow play, but I've had people do it against me so many times.
There's some people that unintentionally do it, and like at an F&M level, it's so hard to be like, dude, you need to hurry up because this is excruciating for me and probably every opponent you've ever played against.
Right.
Pay with the wrong and / not enough mana.
I wonder who did
definitely.
that.
We all know something
Wait,
in the
who?
pants. We'll talk about it offline. It's usually the guys that put all their entire land pile into one giant stack and just go
It was you. You were the guy.
oh yeah, I cheated against you.
Wait, what?
Hang on, against friends it doesn't.
No,
I
this
need
was
to hear this.
this
It was in sealed, and we were like
Zendikar
both 2-0.
Zendikar pre-release, first pre-release ever. And
we did, yeah.
Yep, and I was playing like red green or whatever, and you were playing some bullshit. And there's a card called like Gigantiform, which is like green 3, and I had only 1 forest and 4 mountains, so I was just like, all right.
And Jeff didn't say anything.
He didn't. We were too stupid. Well, he was.
Yeah, I didn't remember that card. Like I was not looking at that card when Zendikar.
Oh, this
came
is
out.
also when we were like learning the game, and like,
That was a little.
You wanted to win.
well, also like
Zendikar was fetch land time. That's when I was like being a scumbag and like trading like a monster.
So that was the one and only time that I felt fucking terrible for. I was like, why did I do that? And anyways, because I got
And then you beat me.
Yeah, I beat you, and then I got smashed the next 2 rounds anyways because like Zendikar you really couldn't afford a 5 mana enchantment that gave +8/+8 in a format where there was burst lightning and disfigure. Like I just got a hose. I was like, I'm gonna put it on my plated GOP'd, and I was like, oh god, I'm an idiot.
That's so funny.
Yeah, and then there's a guy that was that we probably played against 10s, 20s, 30 times at our local F&M. His name rhymes with pants.
I know exactly who you're talking
yeah,
about. He's the one that drew more cards than
He always drew extra cards. He always had his lands in a giant pile, and you never knew how much mana he had. And he would just like play the spell.
And he'd sit there and fumble with it for like 3 minutes every time he'd cast
He would just
something.
throw cards out of his hand and not tap anything, and just wait for you to do something. And then you'd be like, "How much mana do you have?" And he's like, "This many." He's like, "That's not a number." Like he's just like, it's like, oh, it's
Dude,
one.
I watched him double trigger Jaces before.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
also
like main phase 1, main phase 2.
Yep.
Let me tell you the amount of times that people accidentally double brainstorm with Jace because they took forever on their turn. They'd like brainstorm at the beginning of their turn,
Oh my
do
God.
something Squadron Hawk, play Stoneforge Mystic, and then go brainstorm. And you're like, what the hell? Like, yeah. Anyways, is there anything that's not on this list that you see? Swap cards with their buddy unlimited. That happens still to this day.
Well, that's the problem. Is like you have no way to prove it, but you're just like, dude, you have like 4 mythics in your deck. What are you doing?
I remember there was
That's
one. Yeah.
Obvious way to do it.
Well,
But that's what I'm saying. Is like you still can't call them out on it because it could happen. There's like a very, very small amount of people that it would happen to, where you have 4 playable mythics.
Yeah,
It's like, dude, come on.
There was a specific pre-release. I think it was like during a core set, and this is at the time where it was like I was playing pre-releases from midnight until like 6 p.m. the next day because
Baby,
yeah,
that was so good.
And I remember one person who did the same thing as me had the same mythic in all 4 of their sealed pools, and I was like, come on, man, like. The chances, like, do you know how crazy that is within 24 packs to get 4 of the same
I feel like
mythic?
I want to see all 4 copies.
It just doesn't matter. It's just like, man,
Yeah, we're just there for the fun.
I'm
of,
just
like,
there to play it. It's just like you're just
I'm
being-
pumped to play new stuff and like
Yeah.
try out new cards. And
Yeah, but people probably do that. They definitely stack their deck. It's like, I mean, you're not getting anything out of it other than like the small
Right.
EV, and you can still stack your deck and still get smoked And then
Smoked, right?
I
Had
oh,
it happen to me.
I always
But
feel
you cheated and you didn't win?
No, I meant like my deck was just stacked like from
Yeah.
opening packs,
Oh,
and like
okay.
I still got smoked.
I will
I was
say
like, you
Dou-
cheated?
I had double Primeval Titan, triple Bolt, and I still got destroyed.
yeah. So I've seen like not seen, but I've definitely like have the decks that I thought were gonna be like the worst decks. I've always managed to squeak out crappy wins and like be scrappy with them and somehow get there. And then the decks that I'm like, this is the most busted deck in the world. O2 drop. Like I swear, like when I have a busted
Right.
deck, I go like I'm just like overconfident in my deck. Like, oh, I can just make really loose plays because I'm gonna be able to draw my bomb, and then go, oh, I got mana screwed. Crap. Like that's that.
That's I lost.
Yeah. So
I
and
think
it's
the most memorable moment of you doing that I remember is that RCQ where you were all hyped about blue white and then showed up and went O2 drop.
yeah. I practice. I practice a lot. I
remember.
practice a lot for that. That sucked.
Yeah.
That was rough.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna
Where
do?
was that? Where was that?
It was a Pioneer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, it was
No, it was modern.
It was modern.
It was modern.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because I actually was happy that because I was playing 3 Chalice of the Void, so I was like sick. I get to go against the what's it called deck? Like round 1,
Rhinos.
Rhinos. Like all right, sick. Just didn't get there like at all, and then round 2 I went against the Indomitable Creativity deck, which I was like, all right, my list was playing Force of Negation, so I felt good about that. Still didn't get there. And then round 3, I went against Rakdos Scam, and the guy like kept in Blood Moon against me, and I definitely just like didn't draw enough fetches to go and grab my basics in time, so I just got blown out by just like having 2 islands and like no planes in play, or 2 islands and a planes, and like sitting on 2 Archmages Charm in my hand. I'm just like, wow, this card fucking hurts. like Jesus Christ.
No, I thought this was the tournament where someone played like Prairie Stream against you, and you were like, "What is this?"
Oh no, that was when I was playing. That was the
You were playing blue white, I thought.
no. That was when I was playing against you. You beat me with Mill in that one.
Oh, when you were playing that artifact red deck.
Yeah, the red green one, and someone played it like
Yeah.
I was just like, what the hell is this? Yeah,
Yeah, it was just like a pile.
yeah,
You were so mad after
was like-
that game.
I was
It
like,
was so good.
yeah. I was like, jeez.
You're like, where is my Blood Moon?
Yeah.
I'm so upset.
I mean, I don't think I was in Urza Saga deck. I was playing Blood Moon.
Oh, all right.
I
well,
just
whatever. I just
just
remember you coming over being like,
Yeah, well, it was a 19 land deck with Ren and 6s, and I had a Ren active, and I had 4 consecutive land draws after being able to pick up my fetch and to keep doing it, and none of them were Urza Saga. So I was like, I literally drew. I was fetching to like thin out my deck, which I know doesn't do that much, but I was also top decking lands that weren't Urza Saga, and like 4 of my lands of the 19 were Urza Saga. So it's like to have that inconsistency, I was like, Jesus Christ! And the guys just played like Saheeli Fellow Dark Guardian, and I was just like,
it just killed me because you were just like, Prairie Stream. You were just
I was like,
yelling
jeez.
about it.
I was like, the guy doesn't even have a Hallowed Fountain. Like, the guy has to play it tapped. Like he has no choice. And he's playing a 3-color Jeskai deck.
Another thing that like isn't on this list is people pressuring you to give them the win when you draw
dude.
for the round.
Scumbags.
Like I was gonna beat you, blah blah blah. Like, dude, it's a draw. Either play better or play faster next time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's for real.
It depends. Like, so in like my grinding days when I would like, let's say if I was friends with a fellow grinder and it was like, well, if we draw here, we both get knocked out, and let's just reveal our hands and see who would have won, then we would have done that kind of thing. But yeah,
That's different though.
when a guy's like
I'm
being
talking
like round
Go
2,
ahead.
when a guy's like round 2, like, will you concede to me? It's like, no, we're both still in contention. Piss off. Like, I hate
the
that.
time it happened, it was actually a well-known like semi-pro dude, but
Yeah.
we drew and he kind of like punked me into giving him the win. I conceded, and like I ended up winning next round, and we both made it to top 8 still, and he ended up losing in the first round, and I made it all the way to the finals.
Nice.
It's like, suck it.
Yeah. Guys get weird about that
I-
stuff. Yeah.
Don't ever talk about money.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
That's hard.
I've seen people just get DQ'd, and like
I was about to say,
Remember
a
that?
top
you've
8
seen
becomes.
me get DQ'd.
I've seen like a top 8
I
become a
got
top
DQ'd.
7.
Tony was
Remember
there
that,
when I
baby?
got my only DQ.
Wait, you got DQ'd?
Yeah, so I was
Yeah.
playing. I was playing at like a pre-release, and I'm sitting there with my opponent. We sit down, and I'm like, "What's your record?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm 2-2 or whatever." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm 3-1." And I'm like, "So if you give me the win here, obviously you can't get any packs,
You're out of
even if you win
contention.
or whatever,
Yep.
because like the pay was something where he wouldn't get any."
Yeah.
I was like, "I'll get 3 if I win, or I'll get 1 if I lose. So you want to just give me the win and I'll give you a pack and I'll take 2." And he's like, "Yeah, that's fine." And then we play it out for fun or whatever. And all of a sudden I hear, "You're disqualified for collusion!" Like all the way across this long hall.
Yeah.
Like, the place we were playing at was just like a long hall.
Yeah.
So instead of the owner coming up to me and like going, "Hey, you're disqualified," he like yells it across the room because he doesn't want to get up and walk over there.
Yeah,
Oh
he's
my
also
God.
a really big
Oh my
guy.
god.
That was
It was killing me.
yeah. That was what a weird way to like present that. And yeah.
And it's a pre-release. Who gives a fuck?
Well,
And I kind of just
So,
looked
I
at the
was
guy and
at
I'm like,
a
"I'm sorry, I
DQ.
guess I shouldn't have done that or something, or I should have just given you, I don't know."
yeah.
But he was like, "It's no biggie, it's no biggie," and we were just laughing about it.
yeah, it's so random. But you're done. I mean,
Get out of here.
that happens all the well. I guess it's not really collusion. They agree to a split and they play for the pack. That's usually what happens at like our pre-releases, where it's like
Yeah.
because the story doesn't like break down.
And that's essentially
2-1-1.
the same thing as like what I did.
Yeah.
Well, not really, because I guess he wasn't gonna get anything.
Yeah, it was like, hey, you can. Yeah, so I mean, you did collude.
And I pseudo pressured him. You could say I pressured him
Yeah.
into it, being like, "Hey, you're either gonna win nothing or."
I think the all-time crazy. Well, it's not even a crazy DQ, but there was a guy that was trading in between rounds at like the old PPT, not the PTQ system, but the PPTQ system, and this is like the first iteration of them, so they were actually pretty popping. And he traded somebody, and then the person was like, "Okay, well, let's finish this trade later or whatever," and then all of a sudden, like a different person that wasn't involved in the trade was like, "Hey, let me see your binder," and then like. He just stole 4 Vendilion clicks at the time, like that guy's binder, and then he top baited, and then like the guy who's like, "My Vendilion clicks are looking," at that guy looked at my binder. We go to look at the camera, and he's just like, yeah. The store owner called him up and was like, "Yeah, we saw you steal that, so 1, give back the Vendilion clicks, and 2, like get out of my store." So the top 8 became a top 7. So the one guy on the top, the one guy on the top 8 just got like a buy, and he's like, "Yeah," and like we didn't like nothing was said about it. It was just like, "You like get out of my store. You're a thief. Like what the hell?" And the best part was he was like trying to put the Vendilion clicks back, and you could just see him on camera like finding a random table and just throwing him under. Like, what are you doing?
Oh my god.
Yeah, like
that's
just,
wild.
yeah. I've seen some really, really sketchy things where, like, a binder goes missing from someone's backpack, and then, like, the store owner's like, "Okay, everybody, open up your bags." And the one guy that's like, "Yeah, well, I found a binder, and I just took it in my car, so I'm going to go grab it and give it back to him." I was like, what?
Mhm.
Like, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure. I'm sure that was going to happen. And there's, those people, like, when you see those, once you get that reputation that you're like a cheat or, like, a thief, like, in your local community, you got to like skip town because that's it. Like you'll never,
done.
no one will ever trust you to play a game of Magic against them, and no one will ever like. Any time that something goes missing,
You're the first.
everybody thinks it's you. So it's like, yeah. All right. Let's talk about some Wild of Eldraine bangers. These are the cards I think you should try or pick up from this set. So I don't know if you guys have anything, but we can certainly talk about cards that you may think that I might not have on my list. So, got to pick up this, man. Moonshaker Cavalry. Essentially just create a Hoof Behemoth, but white.
Thank you. Dude, this card looks sick.
It is sick.
Cool.
I know Josh was saying like it doesn't give haste, but who needs haste? Like haste is for
Who needs
babies.
haste when you have flying, bro?
Yeah, dude, fly baby.
Good for EDH.
It's just the hoof that has haste too. So like, I'm just. The
Oh,
hoof
yeah,
is still
yeah.
better though.
Well, it's the same thing, man.
No.
So
The
the
hoof-
hoof
I
is
guess-
No,
better.
flying and trample are different.
And getting haste is
A
pretty
1/1 flyer
important in a
blocking
real
and
match.
Yeah,
matches.
it doesn't give haste. It doesn't give haste. Hoof itself has haste.
Yeah, fair. Okay, my bad.
Neither of them give haste.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, this card is sick.
A 1/1 flyer can block a 6/6 flyer and still take no damage. A 1/1 blocking an 8/8 with trample still takes 7. So
Yeah.
Craterhoof still is like an edge better, but I think if you are green-white and you don't want to buy a Craterhoof, there's nothing wrong with getting this card.
I think making all your fat ground creatures all of a sudden have flying,
Flying,
yeah,
yes,
like
it's
that.
pretty gross.
We're doing the who would win thing, and his hoof is better than the white guy. But the white guy is still fine card.
Yeah, you're gonna tooth
not
and nail
complaining
double
Or
up
you
and
play
grab.
both.
All right, what if
And you
all
get both of them at the same time with tooth and nail. And you go check this out.
if you have the same board,
Hoof moon.
Craterhoof can never kill Cavalry
What?
because
If
Cavalry
If you
is
have
a
the
6/6.
same board, it won't. Yeah.
Hoof can never get
Oh.
through Cavalry. It'll always kill Hoof. Because it's a 6/6 versus a 5/5. So if you have 3 creatures and I have 3 creatures and we play them at the same time,
Oh,
your
okay.
Hoof will
I'm-
always be
I'm-
one smaller.
I'm with
So
you.
Cavalry's better.
Yeah, it flies,
It's a
dude.
6/6, bro.
It's got spirits, baby. Give it hexproof.
He flies over Craterhoof.
Yeah, dude. Also, white cards finally getting something.
Yeah,
But what if they
right?
all
This
have
is-
reach? What if every card that you
What?
have has
This one's for
reach?
you, white
In
mages.
reality, they're never going to come in at the same time, so hoof is going to win.
No,
You
there's
ever
like
heard
an-
of
there's a
the
way to-
Akinori, bro?
Yeah, I was about to say you could do it with like an instant or
A
something.
dubious challenge.
Yeah. Sneak attack.
Yeah, you remember that card, dubious challenge, where you grab 2 cards out of your deck, your opponent picks one, and you get the other one.
Sneak attack on your turn.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
yeah, that's what happens when you play those cards. All right, next one, Stroke of Midnight. This card's just gonna be like everywhere in EDH. I think it's good. Card's sick. Like, if you're looking for this style effect, like get more of those. But yeah, it's destroy target non-land permanent. Its controller creates a 1/1 human token, creature token, and then it's white and 2. And a 1/1 human is just not something that's ever significant in EDH, and probably won't be in standard either. So
Yeah, and like
Right.
generous gifts, you know, a through 3 is not that important either.
yeah, generous
But,
like it's
like it's still, you know, having another one of these is not going to hurt you.
right, and like
I mean,
yeah, you can hit the land, but yeah,
The land though.
The older the format, the more important being able to destroy a land becomes.
also
I was
for-
about to say, you know what happens when you destroy a land in EDH? Everyone wants you dead at the
Yeah.
table, so
not-
don't do that.
unless you're blowing up like a Gaia's Cradle, that's like the only time that like people actually
People are
care.
okay with it.
Yeah, like,
That's why you do the
yeah.
Jeff
Or is
strategy.
like the ancient tomb.
And you just cheat.
No, you play. Why can't I think of the card that destroys all lands?
Also,
Oh,
Chicken.
Armageddon.
strip
You play
mine.
Armageddon. You wait until it resolves. Everyone agrees that it resolves, and then you concede. That's what I did every time I played it.
So good.
that's it. You're great. All right, next card is Quick Study. Divination has gotten
Israel.
swole, baby.
I think this card will see play.
Yeah, in modern and maybe, or not modern, in standard and maybe pioneer.
Probably for
Maybe.
sure standard. I think.
Maybe pioneer.
Yeah.
Is there anything that like reduces the cost at all?
Yeah, Hawat Legion.
Yeah, that's a big one. That is a really big one.
I don't think they played as a 4 of though,
Man,
because
could you imagine?
you do
Drawing
want to
2 cards for
discard with
one?
the other one. That's
Pot of Greed?
draw 3.
Ever heard of it?
But I think this will be a 1 or 2.
Not agreed draws 3, right?
No,
Yeah.
there's 2.
Nah.
If you draw another pot of greed, it draws 3.
It draws 3, I thought.
I would hope not. No.
Dude, that card would be
I've been playing it draw
degenerate.
3. I've been playing it draw 3.
Either
No,
way.
you haven't.
Quick Study is just a get swole divination, and now this is the new standard of that. So pretty sick. Pauper cubes are probably rejoicing that they rock this Quick Study.
Hell yeah.
Was that deck you posted, the Sea Serpent deck, a Pauper deck?
It was.
I was wondering.
Yeah, Besiege the Mirror, everyone's pumped.
Dude.
Yeah, this
I
card's
played
nutty.
against proxied versions of the deck, and it's pretty wild.
Yeah,
Go grab the ring.
No, in Legacy, I mean.
yeah, a real
wild.
format where you just auto win.
Each the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just go, hey, check this out. I'll just go get all my important cards, and you'll lose. And if
Yeah.
you have no graveyard interaction, you just get destroyed.
So this card, like how it's going to play, one, it does require the 4 mana up front, which is yes a demonic, what is it, demonic tutor, but or no, sorry, diabolic
No.
tutor, demonic
Diabolic.
tutor. So like if you were to play,
We just banned Invoke Despair because that was 4 black mana.
yeah. So this card, like how like demonic tutor is a better rate when you want to go get a 1 or 0 drop rate. So you spend 2 mana to go get a 2 or a 1 mana card or a 0 mana. Demonic Tutor is the same rate as Beseech the Mirror when you're going to get a 2 drop, and then Demonic Tutor is worse when you get a 3 or 4 drop because you need to spend 2, then 3 to cast the card. This card on 3 and 4 drops is much better because you don't have to invest the mana anymore. So, yeah. And
in Legacy, people are playing the 1 of Gaia's or 2 of
What's
Gaia's.
the second artifact though?
What is that? Gaia's what?
Blessing.
It's the green.
It's-
no, not blessing.
it's Gaia's. I don't know.
I know what you're
Abundance
talking
or
about. The
something.
Yawgmoth will.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
suspend. Yeah, so you get to go.
So you just go get that. And
And
if
then-
they don't have a way to remove your graveyard immediately, it's impossible for you to lose.
Well, it's the classic cast this with the trigger on this, or cast this, holding priority, sack all your LEDs, then go and get the go and get the Gaia's blessing. It's not blessing. It's Gaia's something.
Yeah, it's Gaia's something.
Whatever. Yawgmoth will
Gaia's
recast
will.
Abundance.
Gaia's will, and then recast all your things, increasing your storm and going like boom.
Yeah,
ta-da.
it just lets you be able to more consistently storm
Yeah.
Yeah.
and hit your 10 to be able to play your beseech, because then you could just play the beseech from the graveyard, go
Yeah.
get tendrils, they lose.
And at the very worst, it's a 4 mana demonic or diabolic tutor, which is like you're never gonna cast it for that. But in the cases that you need to, like, it's still an availability to do that. So,
Yeah, you can go get an ad nauseum if you don't have enough on the board or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, fair
But-
enough. You can also
but
get
it-
other cards. Yeah.
But it's real dumb because every time I played against it, it was just, hey, have graveyard removal or lose.
Oh yeah. I mean, the card is sick. Like there's no doubting that. So all right. I like this card for limited. I think this is going to be for those of you that are pre-releasing this week. If you see this in your shield pool, I would deeply consider getting as many copies in your deck as you can. Just because it's a flying siege right now.
I need to get one of those for my EDH.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So
We're in
Card-
it, boys.
cards.
I'm gonna be
cool.
saying that all the time now.
Yeah.
the year of the soul. Yeah. So
Flying- it's an uncommon too. This is a cube card.
yeah, black 3 for high fey. Negotiator, which is a 3/5 with bargain. It's got flying, and then when it ETBs, if it was bargain for it, each opponent loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. So it's just siege rhino, but flying is a 6 stat, so or 6 ability. So you'll be seeing this all over limited. I think this is like a card that pushes you heavily into black, and with all the roll tokens, bargaining is going to be super easy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So clearly a Rectal Scam upgrade. Not
Hey,
dead
it's not
after
called
all.
scam. It's not called scam.
That's not what the call center looks like there, but
That's pretty good.
the Rakdos.
Dude, I like those old computer monitors from
Yeah.
like the mid 2000s when everyone was starting to switch over to the flat screen
Yeah, because the
over CRT.
Yeah. So, black for an instant. Until end of turn, target creature gains you control gains. When this creature dies, return to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. Then create a wicked toll or roll token attached to it, so it gets +1/+1. And then the wicked toll or wicked roll is when this creature is put into a graveyard, each opponent loses 1 life. So this is just like an auto upgrade to.
Yeah.
They were playing that Undying.
Undying Malice.
There's Undying
Yeah.
Malice they played. Then there was the other one that like,
Undying. There's literally just undying.
Yeah, that one like you can't do it to creatures that have a +1/+1 counter on it. So you just like kick that one out, put this in there.
Yeah.
So
Oh man, that means I gotta buy 4 in Japanese. Ugh.
yeah, get wrecked.
No.
I'll have to spend $3. Darn.
All right, so Virtue of Persistence. This card's probably just good. I think it's just good. But anyways, it's black 5. It is an adventure card, but the enchantment side that's not the adventure. It's just Debor's Knell, which is
Debtors.
No.
Debor's
Debtors.
Knell. Yeah, Debtor's Knell. I don't know why I'm saying it. Anyways, Debtor's Knell, which is at the beginning of your upkeep, put target creature from all graveyard onto the battlefield under your control, so you get to choose any graveyard, which is sick. And then the adventure part is target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn. You gain 3 lives. So, two life. Sorry. One, just better overall casting cost. It's not a multicolored card and has an effect early game in EDH, and you can do something late with it in EDH. So I think that's like a straight upgrade.
There's 2 ways this is not an upgrade.
That you can't play it in white decks.
Well, 3.
Okay.
1, the border's way cooler on Debtor's Knell.
Oh my god.
2, it's got flavor text.
I like the adventure borders.
Yeah. All right.
They're okay.
All right.
It's like a story.
I like the alt art versions a lot of the time, like the weird, like,
The
storybook ones.
yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, I do like those.
Either way, like there was a few cubes that are still like legacy cubes that play Debtors now. It's just getting like legit, just getting a strict upgrade to this card. So
That's cool. I like it.
boom. Hearth Elemental.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I think
no.
I think this card's good. I know we talked about it last cast, but it's red and 5 for a 4/5, and then this card it's cheaper for each instant, sorcery, and adventure you have in your graveyard. So it can be a 1 mana, a red 4/5, or it's got the other thing which is Stoke Genius, which is discard your hand and draw 2 cards.
So for this meme deck,
It's not a meme deck.
it is a meme deck.
I think there's something. This is like what
The
I thought
Containment
of.
Construct deck is a meme deck.
That's fair. What I thought of is this, but I'm sure there's something better than this. And I know we talked about Dredge. There's a home for this card. You want to discard your hand and draw 2 cards.
There's a world where I play Hollowed One and I go, do this effect, draw 2 Hollowed Ones and put them on the field and feel real good.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
It doesn't work with the Hearthfire Elemental though.
Yeah, it does, because you discard everything, then you draw 2 cards, and then
He's
if you
talking
happen
about
to have Hollowed Ones right on top, you just slam.
Is there a way to stack this out of your deck?
Containment Construct doesn't work with the Hearthfire Elemental
Why?
because the Hearthfire Elemental the cards need to be in your graveyard.
Yeah, so whenever you discard a card, discard your hand.
Discard your hand, it goes to the graveyard, you get the trigger on the containment, it puts them in the...
You're talking about he's talking about the other hand, the other side.
Well, I don't give a...
But the
I don't care.
containment deck doesn't cast the elemental. It just cares about the sorcery.
Yeah, it just cares about discarding your hand and drawing 2.
Yeah, that's
Right.
all that matters, because you just like dump all your LEDs into a zone.
Yeah, so it's me, and this is
Terrible, because LED already does what you want it to do.
Yeah, but it gives you mana too.
Yep.
It doesn't draw you
It
cards.
just draws cards.
It does draw you cards, and you can play it from that exiled zone. You go, yeah, I'll just draw 2 cards.
The Bone Zone, it's pretty good.
The bones.
Yeah. All right, but that's I'm keeping this card on my radar. I think there's something out there with it. I don't know what it is yet. I'm hoping it's
If
just
you can bring back Hollowed Ones, so I can play Burning Inquiry, which was your absolute bane. You hated Burning Inquiry with a...
that card is it's
passion.
probably one of the most tilting cards ever because it's like, hey, I want to be like, before I look at my 7, do you have Burning Inquiry on turn 1? And yes, are you going to play it? Okay, I just want to. I'm not going to mulligan. Do what you're going to do. I don't want to look at.
Sometimes it's just like, oh yeah, I drew no lands and I threw away the 3 that I had in my hand. Oops, I lost.
Oh,
It's so good. I
Whoops,
love it.
I'm playing Field of Ruin, and I guess the only land I kept was Field of Ruin in my blue-white deck. Shame on me. Yeah.
It's so good.
That deck was
I loved that
tilting.
card.
So, Emodane, the Pyro Hammer, which is red 2 for a 4/4 legendary creature. Whenever an instant or sorcery spell you control that only targets a single creature deals that much damage to a creature, it deals that much to each opponent. This is officially the burn EDH card. You can play this with like lightning bolts and all that stuff, and slowly tick away your opponents with crappy burn cards.
All right,
Just play
Jeff,
Obosh.
time to build a Burn EDH.
I've already done it twice.
But
I've done,
I'm gonna do it a third time.
Obosh doesn't allow you to target everybody. This is just
I've
like
done it with Torbrand and Obosh.
Yeah, but this
again,
hits everybody.
this hits everybody, and it removes everybody.
I don't care.
What's the biggest damage this
You have to target a creature though.
That's the best part. You just you have a reason to just go after like I'm gonna do 7 damage to
Bird,
this.
it feels so much better.
I'm gonna do 7 damage to this land world. Like everybody eats 7. Everyone's like, stop playing creatures. He's
Yeah,
gonna
it's pretty
burn
good.
us.
I like it.
And he's also like a commander that you can sneak in that no one's gonna take seriously, and then you're gonna play like
It
some
reminds me of Elden Ring.
yeah.
What is that falling star card? The one that deals 10 to
Star of
everything?
Extinction.
Dude, if you play that and they
Oh,
have like
deal
5
20?
guys, you just kill everyone. They
No,
just
no,
die.
no, 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 no.
Any destroy land. Any destroy land.
It's still 20 to everything and then destroy land, right?
Yeah, so you just deal.
No,
Like-
it has to target a
If you
single
have a single
creature.
creature.
Oh,
So
it does.
it doesn't work
That's
with
so lame.
it doesn't work with Blasphemous Act either.
I was so pumped. I was like, dude, it'd be so good if you could just wipe the board and kill everyone.
So you just gotta find like the highest damage burn spell that's singular to target. And I'm sure
All right,
isn't
Jeff.
Into the Maw of Hell,
Got it.
doesn't it deal? Hold on, that one does like red 4 for deal 13 to target creature and then destroy a land. That's pretty good.
So,
Yeah, I'm sure there's other like thematic 13 damage cards or whatever from Innistrad. Just take a look.
Magmatic Insight does like 5 for the Delve spell.
Red,
you could
yeah.
also just literally Fireball or Comet Storm one.
This
single
isn't.
creature.
Hold on. This is the burn deck. This isn't an X spell deck. Okay, we're not doing this bullshit. We're doing
Yeah, you don't
we're
have
doing
the mana
real
to pay for
stuff.
all that.
Okay, we're doing real stuff. Okay.
You have mana to pay for 7, but not for 15.
I want to be able to kill somebody with a kicked burst lightning. Okay. I'm like, what's up? A textless judge promo, whatever, or
We've done that.
textless player reward. All right. This is my favorite card
Yeah.
of the set.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Turtle.
Love
I
this
like
card.
the turtle.
Yeah, dude. I just like the true combo that you have with it in EDH, which is Phyrexian, Metamorph, Turtle, and Clone, and then Dark Depths people. Gotcha.
I do like that a lot.
It's such trash.
I love
But it's
that
so
combo.
funny.
Also, this card combos with Lava Claw Reaches. If you just have a Lava Claw Reaches, you can infinitely
Yep.
make it power. It's got a bunch of nonsensical combos with it. So it's a sweet card. And then if you want to use it fairly, I'm sure it makes your Mutavaults 3/3s. So that's pretty cool.
Yep. The combos with Mutavault. You get to activate Mutavault infinite number of times.
I'm sure this card has a million cards or a million combos with the what's that legendary that makes all your creatures into one or also into forests as well.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
from the newer set.
Yeah, it's from like Battle for Zendikar, I think.
Ashiod or
Yeah,
Ashiod or whatever.
yeah. I think it's either
Shia.
yeah, it's like the return to Zendikar, whatever that card is. It makes everything a forest.
Yeah.
So like a billion combo potential there. It's just one of those cards.
Yeah.
So have fun with this card. It's stupid. It's also a dumb turtle. And everybody's like, its stats suck. I'm like, nobody's playing. Well, Josh does, but nobody's playing Bolt in
It should be a
EDH.
3/4.
No one's playing Bolt in EDH.
It should be a 3/4. It should be a 3/4.
Yeah, that's fair.
I play Bolt in EDH.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
You're
what he said.
you're the only one. You stand alone.
Garbage.
All right, dude.
No way.
I mean,
Okay,
I think,
this card
I think I
is gonna
took
be
Bolt
good.
even out of
Yeah.
goblins I used to run it.
So
This
Someone
Yeah,
in
this
our
card's
Affinity. This card goes in Affinity.
someone in our Tiger group is trying their hardest to build a 5-color pile in Legacy that abuses the hell out of Up the Beanstalk,
just play this.
and I'm ready for it.
Just play these. That's all you need.
Right.
Eh.
No, it's not It's better than Don't.
Eh.
It's busted, dude.
So
It's busted.
In
me-
Modern?
in Legacy,
Yeah. You can play it in
Legacy.
either.
Legacy, you get the artifact land, so it makes it so much easier. But with that being
You're
said,
talking about in Modern, you have the dual artifact.
yeah, they come in to
Yeah,
play
but
tap.
let's come in to play
We
tap.
don't play trash
great.
here, okay? This is a paper player podcast. This is for real
You get-
players.
there's
okay?
what 2 artifact lands that come into play untapped, and they're both colorless.
So do you know the card called Retract? That's just a
Yeah.
blue that returns all artifacts you
Yeah.
control. Yeah, so you just play this with Retract and you just go check this out. Blah 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 blah
Oh,
blah blah.
boy.
Also, Legacy gets Mox Opal, so
Yeah, but that's gonna return your lands.
who cares?
Oh.
Like,
Well, you're losing your affinity, so they no longer cost
yeah.
cheap.
You just suddenly can't play your cards.
so you're telling me you're not gonna play 4 Mishra's Bauble, 4 Urza's Bauble, 4 Mox Opal?
No, you save it. You tap all your mana up, and then you save
Yeah,
it.
float it.
forever.
You don't need it anymore.
Nah,
Nah, I think
it's
this,
bad in
that
Legacy.
sounds
That's
bad.
bad in Legacy.
Why-
Get out of here.
Okay. Anyways, all those cards are also legal in Modern. Retract is
That's
legal.
what I say. In Legacy, you could play like easily get away with.
Paradox.
Oh my god,
Um,
what's the stupid card that exiles? It's like the flash card. It's
What?
6 mana, and for every it's domain.
Oh,
Leyline Binding. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
Leyline Binding is really stupid.
Solitude, Leyline Binding, Force of
Solitude.
Will, Fury. The list goes on and on.
You get Force Will with this affinity deck too.
Yeah, you can put Force of Will in there too. Really, like you would look at the 4 weakest cards in Infinity and then cut them for up the beanstalk. And if you have these in multiples, I can't imagine when you play a Mirror Enforcer and draw 2, and play another like Mirror Enforcer and just keep churning through your deck. And then you should probably just try to win with Thassa's Oracle. Not even try to beat them through it. Well,
I bet a single Saucy Oracle in that deck wouldn't be too bad.
well, if your plan is to like retract, recast, because you're going to be drawing every card off of Mirror Enforcer and the Companion, and then your Thoughtcaster are Ancestral Recalls, and your Thought Monitors are Ancestral Recalls. Like, I can't imagine you not being able to like win just like immediately, right? Like once the engine
people
is
are really
going,
pumped about using Terminus and what's the St. Catherine
with this card too, yeah,
in Legacy.
yeah.
It's just like, oh, I'll cast my St. Catherine and have a giant guy and draw free cards.
Beanstalk's not up yet. I was like, let me look up and see what it looks like. But up the Beanstalk's up, not up yet.
Yeah. And this is probably first off, Kellen. I can't believe this is the son of Oko. Which, why would he be red white?
Why would he be a human?
I don't
Yeah, I
know.
don't get it. Well, human
maybe
fairy,
maybe
but
he's
whatever.
maybe he's adopted. Who knows? Oko was Oko. He should have been an elk. If fucking idiots.
Elk everything.
Yeah.
Even my own kid.
This is my son, an elk. But yeah, this is just another go get. If you have an aura deck or an equipment deck, go get for your Boros deck. That's all there is to it. And lastly, this is my favorite card, even though this doesn't come in the main set. Arch
this is
Mage
great.
of Echoes, just like casual corner card
Cannot
for life.
wait.
Yep. So
This is great. I need a copy
5 mana
immediately.
for a 5 mana flying ward
Fairy
2.
guy.
Yeah, when you cast a fairy or a wizard, permanent spell, copy it. So double the Bitter Blossoms, double the. That's what I'm here to do. That's what I'm trying to do.
Double spell stutter sprite.
Yeah, dingus 'em.
Actually, that'll cost way more.
Yeah. Let me just double vanilla and click. Yeah, I know legend rules. I want to look at 2 cards in your hand. All right, I want to. That's get out of here. Double miss blind click. You just keep adding it up. So
Yeah, it's great.
yeah. So
I love this card.
and also randomly double the Snapcaster. What's up? Love that trash. And this is probably the chase card that you have to get for all your monocolor decks. Because this card is.
That's pretty cool for a monocolor.
Yeah,
This
that
card
card-
is.
I like it a lot.
This
I'm
card's
gonna
abs-
need like 2 or 3
I
copies.
legit. This card is absurd. Like from
Yeah, it's super good.
like my
It
mono.
definitely gives
Yeah,
legs
okay.
to monocolored decks and EDH.
Dude, 4 mana.
Maybe
It doesn't
that's
come to
what
play
it does.
tapped
Does
either.
not give legs, dude.
Dude, draw 2 cards for 3?
It's really good. Like the,
5 is such a high cost.
but 4 mana, you get the return on investment immediately.
All right. I'm
Don't
not
even
telling
get the
you I'm
full
going to
return.
suddenly be able to play a monocolored deck in CEDH. But what I'm saying is, this is a very good improvement for any deck that's monocolored.
I
Yeah.
will give you that. I do not think it's like,
EDH
oh my god,
is
need to
like-
get it now.
I
though.
get to upgrade my Nyx Lotuses and my Talran deck to this thing, which is way better because Nyx Lotus needs devotion and it comes into play tapped because the rules are stupid in this game. So, yeah.
I get to jam
Yeah,
this
but-
into Angels and be able to cast bigger Angels faster or
Oh, yeah.
draw more cards when I run out of
Guys,
my Angels.
That's why that band Iona. This
You
makes
have an
it.
Angels EDH?
Huh?
You have an Angels EDH?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have for a while.
Dude, you've played against it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He's coming to
You
your house.
won with demons.
Yeah.
Your stupid,
I didn't know-
what was it? Shadowborn Apostle deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Hell
his,
yeah, we should play again. We should play that again.
his entire
This man
Angels
said
deck,
he played a demons deck, but really it was just Shadowborn Apostle.
his entire Angels deck though does die to.
Some people think, if it dies to Doomblade, which
You're right. It's terrible. I have like 2 removal spells in it, and the rest is all Angels or Angel Makers.
This card's sweet, dude. But the what's gonna make this card expansive is it doesn't come in draft boosters. It only comes in set and or collector boosters, so
Collector.
they're actually going to be not the easiest to find. And
Yeah.
because that slot is also being taken up by random jumpstart junk, they're going to be more rare than they were in like previous set boosters. So
And because it's going to be so wanted.
yeah, the card's sick, man. It really is. Like, I love this card. Like, I hate playing Gilded Lotus, and this is like in a monocolor deck. This is better than Gilded Lotus, and the fact that it doesn't come into play tapped is great. And then it's got like a little flavor on the other side where you can draw cards off of it. So
This set will be open more often, though. Or, I guess, hang on, it's not in the draft boosters.
But set boosters get open probably more than draft boosters, what I feel like at this point.
Limited?
I mean, they. I'm not disagreeing. They
sure.
do. Yeah. I'm just saying that the set boosters are clogged up by
A bunch
lot
of
of
other
other
junk you don't
stuff,
want.
yeah.
jumpstart
Not
stuff.
this.
Specifically jumpstart. Like, so if you like the fact that jumpstart cards take up also a common and uncommon. So, like, if you were to buy two, like, so when you used to buy like a draft booster, you used to be able to like you were probably guaranteed 4x of every common, right? And now when you buy like
Just
a
about,
now when you buy like a set booster, you don't get four. Not even sometimes you don't even get 2 or 1 of a common just because there's like they're cluttered with like crap.
I didn't get any expressive iterations in my
Set
one
booster,
box.
yeah. So it's a little tilting in that sense, but again, yeah. But that's all I got. Is there any cards that you guys thought of in this set or no?
Just the
I
right
didn't
where
look at it much.
white red adventure burn card. I still want to try to mess around with that card in standard because we have
The one that does 3
monastery and
damage? The one
we have
that does
both.
3 damage?
I thought it did 2 damage. Maybe
It's
it was 3.
it's 3. It's 3 mana for 3 damage.
But
I'm hot on that card.
we have both monasteries in standard right now,
Yeah.
Yep.
so I feel like there's got to be something there.
Lastly,
We got more Doctor Who.
yeah, this one is just like redhead, whatever, Donna, redhead from that '70s show.
Yeah.
I don't know they featured her on a episode of Doctor Who.
I
And
want to
that,
say that's the chick from The Office.
no, that's Donna from
No,
that '70s
but
show.
I'm saying Donna in Doctor Who
No,
was
no, no,
played
no,
by
no.
the British chick from The Office.
I'm telling you right now, this is Donna. All right, everybody on
Worst.
yeah, I know. People on Twitter were angry that this angel doesn't have flying. This weeping angel, the Demir angel.
Why are they mad about that?
They're stones. They don't fly.
Yeah, in this show they don't fly. They're
They're
just
statues.
Hey, you don't have to
The
explain.
whole-
You don't have to explain it to me. All right, explain it to the internet.
okay. Well, at least me and Jeff know.
The Flash is way more flavorful.
Yeah,
That was the first episode my girlfriend ever showed me a Doctor Who.
Yeah,
Dude,
weeping
that episode's
angels.
great. That
Yeah, it's
episode's like one of the
creepy,
best.
dude.
I'm so sad.
No, dude, they like
No.
eat your soul and like teleport you or some shit.
Yeah, the whole story behind them is whenever you look away from them, they move, and then when you turn around, they're still stones. So it's like you see them shifting around like the landscape behind you. It's great. It's like the Boo ghosts from
Yeah,
Mario,
Mario.
except
Yeah.
I was about to say, like,
way worse.
I've seen this concept before, so like
It's way cooler.
that's pretty cool. All right. Well, they're aliens, so that
Yes. Dude, isn't the first time you figure that out, he like turns around and it's like in his face?
Yeah, the rando.
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
turns around, it's like
oh, I should probably read this card. Hey, Weeping Angel, blue black 1 for a 2/2 flash first strike vigilance. When an opponent casts a creature spell, Weeping Angel isn't a creature until end of turn. So it when they cast something, it no longer can block. But yeah, if Weeping Angel would deal combat damage to a creature, prevent that damage, and put that creature's owner shuffles it into their library. So it essentially eats things, right? So pretty flavorful.
Yeah,
from what
that's
that card
cool.
does.
I like it.
Please stop. That's so annoying.
I like it. You can do it. Because then I can go. Yeah, that's why I am the one. The other 3 cards I really don't care about. They all look pretty bad. The girl in the fireplace, don't know anything about it. But yeah, that's all the hotness in this week. But anything else, boys?
I'm getting a Kindred Discovery. I'm getting the confetti foil.
I'm going to Vegas. What should we do in Vegas? Or what should I do in Vegas? for
Play
this
Magic?
podcast?
Not get arrested.
Yeah. Don't get.
That's it. You're banned.
Okay, don't get banned. Even though has WotC ever come out with what they are gonna do with banned players? Are they still banned, or are they good to play again? Can what's that dumb guy's name? Jeremy? Is he still?
Bertini?
No, he. I mean, come on. If that guy walks in any tournament, the whole tournament's like, cheater.
To who?
Everyone's always looking at him.
Alex.
person?
Oh,
Bernicini.
yeah.
Doesn't he have a banging girlfriend though?
I don't know. That
Weird.
man double
right.
explored and had his opponent stand up for him. That
Oh,
video
that
is
was pretty
so nuts, dude.
Yeah,
His
that's.
opponent was like, "No, bro, he played it right. You
Yeah.
just weren't watching."
Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
How many lanes you got to play? Hey, those are rookie numbers. You gotta have 6 by 2 explorers. That's how many. It's like that's not an explanation. You're just blatantly cheating. It's like, oh man, that guy was so dude. The Star City games, that whole circuit, when it was like on the rise, when there were 1-day tournaments, 9 rounds, and people that were in their tournament that had X amount of points started their day off with 3-2, like, or
3 wins.
three
Oh, that was
buys.
terrible.
And it was like, don't get me wrong, JRT probably is a great player, but he dominated that circuit because he started literally every tournament 3-0. So one, he didn't have to go against random jank, right? He went against meta decks, and then had to 2-2 to top 8. Like, it was so like not like, and it was like 4-2 to top 8, and everybody's like, he's a phenom, he's so good. It's like, I don't think so.
Bro, have you ever played FNM?
And
Yeah.
the Legacy tournaments were like 7-round tournaments, and the buys also applied to Legacy. So he got 3 buys in the Legacy. And
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
like, he's so
I mean, the
good.
same thing happened with like GPs and stuff.
Well, GPs are 15-round tournaments, so yes, you get a 2-round buy, but you still you have to still
I know
win
what you mean.
11 matches of Magic.
Oh my god, it's harder to like win. Like it's like way more a stamina thing.
Yeah, whereas you just have to win 4 rounds of Magic, or win 3 rounds of Magic and draw the next 3 rounds, and you'll get in the top 8. It's like it was. I don't know. Anyways, Josh, hit us with a hot take, so I can then start giving away these cool cards.
Oh, you got to give away double.
Lord Cannon's gonna fail.
That's it. You're banned.
You're done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's something spicy. I couldn't think. Well,